Welcome to my YouTube page. Please listen to the webinar and listen how Marilu Meyring explains to us how we make money online by earning dollars. Please enjoy the webinar. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to send me a WhatsApp. Enjoy it.
All right. So again, just from my side, welcome everyone. And to those that will watch the presentation a bit later, welcome, welcome. I'm very excited to have you here. And I am going to maneuver the admin and everything by myself tonight. So it's very new. We are doing this meeting in English. So we have both Afrikaans and English people on here. But the reason why we're doing this is we have come to notice that there is quite a demand for us to do this in English. This kind of like got birth from the community called Arspan, which is the Afrikaans community. And so the demand was there to start doing these meetings in English, and here we are tonight. Before we get started, I want to open up in prayer. So for those of you that don't know, we have a real heart for the people on the Arspan and I believe on the A team as well. We do have a heart for Jesus, and we want to make sure that every single time we give honor to any, in any situation, that it always goes to God first. We're not pushing this down anyone's throat, but it's just our heart because we are just so grateful for this opportunity and knowing that this is a blessing from God. So if you don't mind, we can just close our eyes for a second and in prayer. Abba Father, we come before you tonight, Lord, and we just come and completely offer this meeting to you, Lord. May you be glorified through everything that is being said tonight, Lord. You know, finances and money and making money, Lord, it's always such a fine line, Lord. And we know that it's a hard posture, Lord, that our hearts are for you always first, and that you have given us the ability to create wealth according to scripture, Lord. And I just pray that this opportunity would again be an opportunity for people to see you through everything else. And I just bless this meeting. I bless that the technology will work. I bless that every person will be open to receive. And I just bless this meeting in the name of Jesus. Amen. Okay, so to get started, again, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I am the host of this meeting. My name is Marilu Meyring. I am, however, presenting every single other person who is promoting the Legacy Builder. So if you got invited to this, the person who has invited you, I'm doing this for them as well. So we're doing this as a team. There's much of a heart behind this movement to work together, even though we don't necessarily benefit from each other's success. We do benefit from seeing each other successful. And so I am here in the place of every single other marketer who has invited you to be here. Let's just go. All right, so a little introduction just who I am. My name is Marilu Meyring. I am single mom of two. I have started this business a couple of months ago, so I'm still fairly new, also learning about this, but I do have a passion for seeing people free in the area of finances. My calling is in the area of healing. So I have another business where I coach natural healing, biblical healing. And what was explained to me and what I started to realize is that finances especially is part of our healing. It's as much to have finances is as much understanding your identity and understanding the healing of the heart in order to be able to receive finances. And there's a big mindset shift that needs to happen. It's almost like we need to renew our minds in order to be positioned for this financial healing. So my heart is to see people healed in all areas. And so this is why I get to, to present this meeting to you tonight. Also because my English is as good as my Afrikaans. So I'm actually an Afrikaans girl, lady, grew up Afrikaans. But then I got married to an Englishman, and they say if you can pray and fight in a language, you've got it. And so I can pray and fight in English. And so I was chosen to do this presentation for you tonight. We're going to jump straight in. I just want to actually shorten it. Okay. Let's start off with explaining a little bit about the Legacy Builder program, and we are going to touch through this as we go in our presentation. Now, I want to introduce you to Michelle O'Neill. So Michelle O'Neill is the founder of the Legacy Builder. She started the digital growth community in 2022. And then already she started teaching the simple steps of a simple step-by-step process. And it's just absolutely blown up where globally she is reaching people with this program. Now, what I find beautiful about this is in many businesses, you would find people wanting to trademark or, create like a copyright stamp on something. And although Michelle O'Neill has got the Legacy Builder name, what she has said is, please share this with the world. Go crazy, go share this with the world. She went about it the other way around. And so what has happened is it is absolutely expanded in this digital market of having almost, she's just short of 60,000 people that has bought the Legacy Builder program and doing it from across the globe, which is just amazing. And I believe it's landed in South Africa in 2023. And already we are about 7,800 people in South Africa who has started with the Legacy Builder program. And already up to date, there are 28 people who have made million rand from this program, which is just amazing. And I'm sure that number is going to start increasing very soon. Now, what this offers, this Legacy Builder program, it offers freedom. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, freedom is a massive thing. To have the freedom of earning potential. It actually, that gets to me if you are labeled, for a certain salary in a certain job and you spend all of your time in one little place, not earning enough, not earning what your true potential is. And so with this Legacy Builder, you get three kinds of freedoms. You get earning potential freedom. You can honestly make as much as you want, given that you follow the program step by step. You can really determine what your income bracket is going to be. It's not determined by a boss or by a label. It is determined by, your success in this digital business. Then you have time freedom. You don't necessarily have to work a 9 to 5 anymore. So you'll find out that, you're here because you found out that you can do this business in 2 hours. And I'm going to explain to you a little bit later how this works. But you have time freedom that you don't have to work a 9 to 5 or 14 hours or ridiculous hours over weekends or whatever in order to make money. You can really work around your own schedule. You can set up your own time frame. I am a single mom, so when I have my kids, I want to spend time with them because I already I'm losing out on 50% of their lives. So when they're with me, I want to be able to spend that time with them. It's so precious. But when they're not with me, I do put in extra time. And then it gives you location freedom as well. So this business you can do from anywhere. You can go and sit in the office and do your work if you want to, but you don't have to. You don't even have to be at home. You can walk and talk wherever you are as long as you have a phone, a laptop, and Wi-Fi. So the requirements, so firstly, I want to ask you, as we're sitting here, I want you to ask yourself that question. What does freedom look like for you? And you can answer this for yourself. Like, what does freedom look like for you? Maybe it's also time freedom, that you can have the time to maybe pursue the things that you really want to do in this life. Maybe it's the fact that you can earn more, so you can break through that bracket of income and earn more in order to provide for your family. Maybe it is just to put food on the table, and that is freedom for you. Maybe yours is to be able to travel a lot more, and that resembles freedom to you. Maybe, ladies, it's to expand the shoe cabinet. Whatever it is, whatever freedom looks like to you, I want you to almost like write it down on a piece of paper and see how, if this business is going to be able to position you for that freedom. Because we have, in South Africa, we have normal South Africans using this program on a day-to-day basis and making dollars every single day from South Africa. Now, I don't know, again, me personally, I have looked around for so many online things that I could go into. I mean, I have been pursuing online digital businesses for a really, really long time. And for the first time, I can say I have found something that I feel comfortable as a South African pursuing, because we can make dollars in South Africa. And it's really a very pleasant experience. And for those of, for us that are already on board, we, in our communities, we talk a lot about that we are making a stand against poverty. Because in South Africa, we have many challenges. And, like inflation's going up. And then there's things with petrol now happening. And the price increases carry on, increasing. And our salaries don't increase at that same rate. And so we have a heart to say poverty must fall. And it's a little bit, tongue in cheek, because you all know about this whole must fall, phrase that we use in South Africa. And as a South African, you would understand. But we have taken a stand that poverty must fall. And we, each of us, have made the decision to be a cycle breaker. And we're going to get into being a cycle breaker a little bit later, breaking that cycle of poverty. I know I've been divorced now 5 years, and I know not only have I come from a household where I grew up, where financial pressure was a thing in my household growing up, but it got repeated in my marriage and was definitely one of the reasons why we had split up. And the effects on children when parents split up is really significant. And so finances can be a major reason why this happens. And so again, as a single mom, my heart is to see families whole. And if we can help and alleviate that financial pressure to make sure that the families can stay whole, what a pleasure. You know, what would an extra 30,000 Rand be for you? Maybe you can't even comprehend what that must look like, extra 30,000 Rand. Maybe you need more. I know when I started the business, I was in a bit of a pickle where I needed a lot more. I'll share my personal testimony with you a bit later, but I needed a lot more than 30,000 Rand. In fact, just as I started the business, my car broke and I got a quote to get it fixed. And I ended up paying 47,000 Rand to get a new engine done. So I needed more than 30,000 Rand. And in the first month, I made way more than that. But that's a testimony for later. So I want to ask you, how can at least a 30,000 Rand extra a month help you? Can that help take the pressure off? Can this support your family? Will this allow you to maybe take that holiday that you've been dreaming about? Will this help to maybe create a new life for you where you can have more time, freedom, and be at home more, or be more present as a parent? Whatever that freedom looks like, again, I want you just to be reminded of that. So what you need in order to be successful in this business, from a tangible point of view, is you do need to have a mobile phone. Very important that you have a mobile phone, a smartphone, so because you are creating content from it. You do need Wi-Fi and internet, and you do need a laptop as well. So those three things are definite requirements in order to start this business. It's a digital business, okay? So you're going to need digital tools in order to help you in your digital business. But with that, you will be able and you will be positioned to create multiple income streams. Now, even scripturally, we would read about creating up to 7 income streams for yourself. And with the digital space, you can do so very, very easily. And this is why it's so exciting, because it is very easy to start a digital business as in comparison to another kind of, a traditional business, and creating an income stream that earns you dollars. So let's quickly just have a look at it. Where did you hear about tonight's meeting? Where did you find out about this meeting? Maybe you originally, spoke to someone, or maybe if most of you would have found a message on some digital platform, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, or even WhatsApp. Most of my clients had come through WhatsApp. So by the way, so WhatsApp is definitely big on that as well. but you saw someone speaking about this opportunity on a digital platform. And so you being here is already testimony of the digital world working, and our lives are surrounded by a digital world. Okay, we live in a digital world. And if you look about it, we have so much information around us. We do our online shopping. For those of you that haven't got into online shopping yet, it is a game changer. I know for me personally, I'm of that age group where I still like the tactile. So if I'm going to buy fresh fruits and vegetables, I like going to a market to do so. If I'm going to fit on clothes, I struggle to buy online. I like to go and fit my clothes. But a lot of times, purchasing things off takealot.com or purchasing things online, Checker 6060, a great example of how we have started to go that route of doing all of our online shopping. And the world, the outside world, outside of South Africa, is miles ahead of us. I've got a friend who's in the Netherlands who moved from here, and she said she doesn't almost get outside of her house, especially in winter. She doesn't. Everything is done online. And then apart from the shopping, we also get online learning. Even universities have transitioned into a space where they are doing a lot of like their courses and degrees you can now do online. You can study in a university in Arizona, and you can get your degree through the university in Arizona, as an example, doing it online. So even our education have gone online, and we now are positioned through social media to have a global influence. I mean, if you are on social media and you just see some of the people creating content, some people have thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers from around the world. So when they have an opinion, they influence hundreds of thousands of people from their phone. And this is the age that we live in. It's an information distribution center is digital. And it changes the way that we do business now as well. Okay, business has changed in this process. So I want to break it down for you in a very elementary way. So please excuse me if I'm going to go very elementary on this, but I want this to land with you on what the differences are between a physical on-site business, a physical online business, and a digital online business. Now, you don't get a digital on-site business, and you'll see why. But you get these three kinds of businesses. Now, your physical on-site business is your typical corporate environment where the office have a specific location, a specific bound. You might have a couple of offices. So let's say, for instance, there's I want to say the banks, but even the banks have gone digital. But let's say you are looking at McDonald's, although it's not my favorite place as a wellness coach, but McDonald's have different places. They've got franchises around, South Africa and around the world. And those are specific location bounds. Then those companies are specific office hours that you have to work. And as an employee, it will be a minimum of 40 hours per week that you have to put in. Now, obviously, different industries have different hours. If you're in the hospitality industry, you'll work the holidays, you'll work the Decembers, you'll work the weekends. Those are your busy times. And in most cases, you will earn a monthly salary for your time that you are spending at that office. Now you get employee responsibilities, but you also get employer responsibilities. So as much as what we try to, or we paint the situation from an employee's point of view, where it's so many hours, you have to work for a boss, also from an employer point of view, it becomes quite stressful because as the employer or the business owner, there's a lot of responsibilities that fall on you as the individual. And then the way that sales happen is generally you have a marketing team, you have a sales team, you have to find clients, it's cold calling. And sometimes, in most cases, you will hear this often where people say it's only in year 3 where you can really determine whether that business is going to make it or break it. And in all honesty, if you look at hospitality industries, restaurants, if they make it past the first year, it's already massive, because I think the standard rate for restaurants is 90% of restaurants that start off close their doors in the first year. So it's extremely difficult business, like your corporate traditional businesses, to get that up and running. I take my hat off for people that are successful in that. Then you get your physical online businesses. So these are now companies that have a physical product, but have realized that by going online, they can sell their product a lot easier. So Take a Lot is a business. However, they are a platform where other brands can sell their products on. But Take a Lot itself is a business. So they work quite well in that regard. But if you look at any other, you know, Checker 6060. So they have physical locations where they have products, but you can purchase their products online or from the app and get it delivered to your door. So they have an on-site and an online store, an e-commerce store, so to speak, okay, with physical products, tangible products that you can touch. A lot of the multi-level marketing companies or affiliate marketing companies have the same. So I want to quickly stop here because we have had the question before where people ask us if Legacy Builder is a pyramid scheme. I don't personally like the word pyramid scheme, but I understand that a lot of people understand pyramid scheme as that structure where one person recruits another and they recruit another and everyone benefits from that structure and it looks like a pyramid. For me, corporate environment looks like a pyramid as well. So for me personally, I like the word multi-level marketing. I've been involved with multi-level marketing companies before and loved it. I'm one of those people that tried a few of them. Some of them worked really well. Some of them are scams, so definitely. But no, this is not a multi-level marketing company or what you would call a pyramid scheme for the simple reason that we don't have a physical product and we are not structured in that way where whoever recruits you makes money off you. So it doesn't work in that way, but I'll explain that a little bit more. So I just wanted to quickly just pop that in there. Now, what happens with a multi-level marketing company or structure, an affiliate marketing structure, even if you are like Take a Lot or some of these online stores, I know some of the health stores like your Faithful to Nature or whatever online stores they are, they would purchase products from their suppliers and have it on their online store and sell it again. Purchase it at a wholesale price. So this is what happens with Take a Lot as well. They purchase it at a price and it will be at a wholesale, much cheaper price. And then there will be a markup price to it that they can resell as well and even give discount if they wanted to. But you're making a portion of a profit or commissions on whatever you are selling. This is the business model for having physical products online. You still have to find clients. You still have to do massive amount of marketing. And with some of these MLM companies, you have to go out, find clients, do cold calling, talk to everyone. And I know this because this is what I've done. If you're in a queue somewhere, you start up conversations and you see how you can, recruit people and so forth. So I was one of those people. But it's still monthly, there are still monthly fixed and variable costs involved. So with the Take a Lot scenario, or even if you have your own online store, you still have to purchase stock. You have to store it somewhere where you have warehousing cost. And you run the risk of theft, of damage, of deliveries not happening. But that is in the bracket of physical online products. Now, digital online businesses. Now, digital online businesses are happening with digital products. Okay, so I'm going to give you some examples, and I know we're going to talk about that a little bit more later on as well. What are digital products? And if I'm going to start going down this rabbit hole, you're going to see that you have been purchasing digital products all along. If any of you are subscribed to Netflix or Showmax, those are digital products. It's a platform, yes, but if you go on there, you are watching a digital product that you have purchased on a platform. If you are listening to music, your Apple Music, what happens is you have to actually go on and purchase the music in order to listen to it. The same with if you on your Apple TV, you have to purchase you on the platform, you pay a monthly subscription. It's digital, plus you get to download some of the movies or rent the movies, and that's a digital product. Now, there are so many digital products. Udemy, which is an online education platform that sells online courses, I think they've been going for 15 years. So digital products, even in its meaning, is not something new. Legacy Builder program is a new program that's been going from 2022, but digital online products have been around for decades already. And the beautiful thing about owning your own digital products, whether you bought it or whether you spent money to develop it, is that there's a once-off cost to actually acquire the product, and then you have lifetime profit that you can make from it. Because you can sell that digital product a million times while you still actually own the product. I remember many, many, many years ago, I was in the wellness space. I was working for a financial company doing their wellness coaching for their staff. And I asked the CEO of the company, which is a multimillionaire, I asked him, what would you suggest would be the best way to make money? And he said, to sell other people's time. So that's employing people and, employing them for not, a lot of money, property, and then having a product that you can sell a million times. And this is exactly what digital products is. It's having the product and you can sell it digitally a million times. And now what we are using in this process is attraction marketing, which I'll also explain to you a little bit later on how that differs from cold calling. And you don't have ongoing cost because in the digital space, you don't have to rent you don't have to rent property, you don't have to spend petrol driving there, you don't have those extensive other expenses like you would in other businesses. And this makes it like a brilliant opportunity. Now, I wanted to just quickly compare like these companies with each other. So in the physical on-site world, like your traditional corporate environment, we have seen a job loss increase with 31% in the last year. So 31% more than what they've done in the last years, people have started to lose their jobs. Okay, so job security, you can't actually be so secure about jobs anymore. Up to date, 47% of children leaving school can't find jobs. And these are smart individuals. There's a massive, massive percentage of youth unemployment in our country currently. There's high inflation rates, like we know, and they go up faster than what our salaries can increase. So it's high risk. It's not just high risk for employees because your salary is not increasing at the same rate as inflation, but it's high risk for employers as well. Because you don't know what tomorrow will bring. I mean, I remember when was it in also 2022 when we had those riots in South Africa, and many businesses suffered because of that. And we're living in interesting times. And then we have AI that are entering the corporate market, and these are contributing to jobs being lost. Because let's face it, if you put the hat on of employer, who would you rather employ? An employee that can only work a certain amount of hours, or AI that can work 24/7? An employee that you might struggle with HR issues along the line, or AI who doesn't take any offense if you tell it you don't like what it does? An employee that's actually quite expensive as in comparison to AI that's really, really cheap. And then at the speed of what the employee is working, what it will take an employee to get done, it will take AI a fraction of the time. A fraction of the time. I want to share a personal story on this. In my wellness business, I started working on actually an online store, and there was work that I needed to, data that I needed to compile for the online store. And when I looked at it, I went, sure, this is going to take me 6 months to actually get all of these details together. Started to talk to actually people that I knew that had their own online digital agency, and they suggested that I speak to actually their daughter, who I then said, okay, would you be able to do this? I gave her an offer, which I thought, sure, if I have to pay, this is what I can afford. I think I offered her 5,000 rand. And the 5,000 rand, in my mind, I thought, sure, this is cheeky because this is all I can pay her, but it's almost like 3 to 6 months worth of work if I had to do it. She said, no problem. She would do it. She was on a maternity leave. She did it within a day. with the help of AI. Just to give you a quick example. So there are companies that have already started saying that they have more AI agents working for them than actual employees. And then their work is just their level and standard of work has increased significantly. So this is a real threat. Okay, let's look at digital online. In South Africa, we have seen a 31% growth in the digital transformation area. 91 billion rand has been contributed from the digital space to our GDP. This is phenomenal. 74% of people in South Africa, these are South African stats, have access to the internet, of which 90% are mobile users. And I can promise you those 90% are on all those social media platforms. Okay? Now, take this in consideration because currently we're only sitting with 7,800 people who have done this from South Africa. So the question when it comes up is if this is a saturated market, not even close. And you have to understand every single year there are more people entering the job market that is looking for something to do and that are quite smart with a mobile. It is way lower risk than what we would find. And in this case, AI is now working for you, not against you. Great. Okay, this is what we want to hear. What is the difference between physical online versus digital online? Well, to start off with, physical online, you still need a stock management system. So this is still having to make sure your suppliers have stock, that their pricing is still the pricing they gave you a couple of months ago, because they don't automatically let you know. So by the way, and this is from experience, you have to have a stock management system in place to make sure that you have enough stock if people are buying from you and not too much stock that it will go off and reach its expiry date and then you're sitting with stock loss. You have to manage contractors, you have to manage suppliers, and you need contractors as well because you are still needing people to look after your site for you. You're still needing people to do your marketing, to do your designs, to do all of those things for you. So you're going to still need to employ or at least contract other people. You have to understand the specific demand and supply in your industry. If you are selling clothes like this picture, you have to understand, is this trending? Is this going to sell? If you're buying in bulk, will I be able to sell all of that bulk? And then you have strong competitors because currently in the market, I want to say the top 4 companies would be, if you think of online shopping, you think takealot.com in South Africa, you think Temu, you think Shein, you think Amazon, and Amazon is in South Africa. And those companies have got millions that they can throw into like the logistics behind this. So you will be competing against those companies to make sure that products get to your clients quickly. And all of this costs money. So by the way, so the local logistics around getting a product from the supplier, having it in the warehouse, making sure it then gets to your client in time, and all of this happening cheaper than what they would find on these other bigger companies, it is quite competitive. And then if you're looking to export internationally, it will cost you because now you need export licenses, and some of the stuff you can't just export, especially if it comes down to food or supplements. Like there's a big thing around that. So the export logistics on international becomes a real headache. And then you only making partial profit because you have to stay competitive in the market, where in the digital space, you have no physical inventory. None. You don't have anything that can go off. Nothing. However, you do have a bottomless supply of products available. Okay. And what's beautiful about it is you create an attraction marketing plan where clients come to you. You don't have to go find your clients. And there's instant delivery. When the client clicks on the button, they receive their product way faster than Amazon and any of those other products, okay, companies. And you will attract your ideal audience by your story. We'll touch on this a little bit later, but you get your ideal clients to come to you. And you have an automated system that works for you. A lot of what the digital is about is to make your life easier. And because of AI now, we can automate all of the admin stuff that is really boring to do, and you only get to do the fun stuff, which I'll show you a little bit later. And now you also have no restrictions to sell globally. You don't need export licenses to sell your digital product in any other country. You can do it by a click of a button. If anyone finds you online, they can buy from you online, absolutely no problem. And the beautiful thing is you keep 100% of the profit. Okay, I hope that sounds good to you. Now, the beautiful thing is as an employee, you have no boss or office that you need to report to. Okay, and then as an employer, you have no suppliers, contractors, or employees that you are responsible for. This is a heavy burden lifted. A heavy burden. If you've ever owned companies, ever had to manage people, you would know that this is massively off your shoulders. Okay, so back to the Legacy Builder program. What is this? You will build an online business for yourself, okay? And you will be positioned to earn daily income through what we're going to teach you, this step-by-step process. And you will be able to earn 100% profit in dollars, okay? Just quickly on this, while we are speaking about dollars, one of the other questions we get a lot is, how does this work, earning in dollars, being a South African? Well, being in South Africa, you will earn in rands what the dollar is on the exchange rate for that day. So when the dollar goes up, you will earn more in rands, but your amount that you get into your account will be in rands, but it will be the equivalent of what the dollar is for the day. So just to quickly clarify that. And a beautiful part of this business is you get to empower other people too, to step into their financial freedom too, by following this process. And you will be able to start earning as you are learning about the digital business. Okay, so you buy your program once, you buy the Legacy Builder program once, and you get to sell this program unlimited amount of times. When I prepared this presentation, the rand was on 16.73. Now, obviously, this fluctuates, but you get to earn 100% profit in dollars. So on that day, if I had made $100, it would be 1,673 rand that would come into my account. Okay, plus I get to approach a global market. Anyone around the world can buy the Legacy Builder program from me. Okay, and this is beautiful. So you spend once and you've got endless earning potential. How does this sound? Fantastic? Okay, let me tell you about our Legacy Builder program. So the full, complete, I want to say Rolls Royce of the big program. And this has got every single lesson on business, digital business included, will cost you to purchase that program $1,400. Now, I know that sounds big, but what is even nicer is the idea of selling this. So you buy it once, and if you sell this 4 times, not only do you make back your investment, because it is an investment, you initially put money out there, you take your risk out by your first sale, and then you're making pure profit from there. And you will make, if you sell 4 of those, $5,600. At the time when the exchange rate was 16.73 rand, it would work out more or less to 93,000 rand if you sell 4 of those programs. And I have already sold, in the short amount of time that I've been with this business, I've sold 2 of those already. And people are loving it. I'm also on the program. I started with the 900, which is the next one that you can buy. I started with the 900 and I upgraded, so I paid the difference, and I'm now on the 1,400. Now, what this means is when you buy the product, whichever program you buy, you have the reselling rights of that particular product. So if you are purchasing the $900 program, you would not be able to sell the $1,400. You would only be able to sell the 900 and whatever other programs fall into it. But imagine now paying $900 once off, and then making from there $900. If you sell 4 $900 programs, which is equivalent to about 15,000 rand, you would make about 60,000 rand a month. Okay, just selling 4 of those a month. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And from there, once you've taken out the risk, I promise you, it's the most amazing feeling because there's no other expenses included. $600 is also available if you want to buy the $600. It will be four of those will be 2,400, and that's a 40,000 Rand a month. And then you have the $300 package you can start off with. That would, if you sell four of those, it's $1,200 that you will make. Knowing that $300 is 5,000 Rand, you'll make 20,000 Rand. And if you want to start off with our entry level program, which is $100, selling four of those will give you 6,900 Rand. So quickly, just to explain again, at any time, if you buy in with any program, let me explain to you what the difference is. The 1,400 covers every single thing that you need to know. That is from how to build your own website, how to create your follow-up emails, which are automated, but it keeps on nurturing your clients while you sleep. And a lot of times people will go onto your links from there, purchase your programs, and as soon as you wake up, you see you've sold a program and this automated system has worked for you. But you learn everything about that. You learn about your ideal client. You learn about social marketing, social network marketing. You learn about attraction marketing, which we'll get to, and I'll explain that to you. You learn about the big program. You learn about AI as well and how to implement AI in your business. And you also learn on how you can create your own digital products. Okay. In essence, I think maybe just to quickly clarify this as well, you don't need any previous tech skills. This program is like how to start a digital business for dummies. Okay, really, a lot of people who have started this business had no idea. My mom is 71 years old. She started this business. I love her to bits, but there's a lot of times she asks me things and I'm like, how did she not know this? And I love her. Love you, mom. But she has already made money from this, just following the step-by-step guides that you have to do on a daily basis. So anyone can do this business if you follow the step-by-step. With the digital legacy builder program, you can choose your program of choice. Now, again, the $1,400 program is the full program. However, if you want to learn in segments, this is why they've split it up. That you start off with maybe the first segment, and then you learn what it teaches you, and when you're ready and you've started to build up some capital, you can upgrade to the next one and upgrade to the next one and upgrade to the next one. Or maybe you want to just buy the entire program from the start and learn your way through everything from the get-go. You can decide how you want to approach this. But along with whichever program you start off with, you will get your own website. So you will decide on what you want to call yourself. You'll create a domain for yourself. My domain is Digital Asset Mom. So that's my domain. You get your landing page where when people look for you, they go to your website, they fill in their contact details, your automated system, what we call our automated email funnel, start to take care of your clients. Your payment links are already set up as well, where we make use of PayPal as an international link. Or if people want to rather purchase a product from you manually, they can pay you EFT. And all of these things are linked to your bank account. So you can sometimes sell products manually, or you sell it online, and you can just see the money then coming in. And then you have lifelong support on the digital growth community. We have also started, you might know that we have already started an Afrikaans community called the R-Span and a sister community called the A-Team. And that's why you're here tonight, because we are just duplicating what the R-Span has been doing. And in those South African communities, we are supporting each other to do business the way South Africans do, because our market is a little bit different than the States. And you get training to develop your own digital products. Personally, I've already written a lot of ebooks, e-journals, online courses that I've already set up. So you can learn how to do that too and start marketing other products that you would be interested in. So when you purchase your Legacy Builder program, you get your training program, your Legacy Builder training program, and you're getting your A-Team support. So those are two different platforms. The one is on a platform called Kajabi, but don't get too confused right now. And the other one is on a community called School. But you get both of those. In the one program, you will get the steps, like it's your course. So you go through your modules, you go through every single class in your module, and you learn your program. The other one I want to compare to an exercise program or eating program where you have your trainer and every single day you get told what to do, some mindset work to go along with it, some support to encourage you for the day, and some action steps to follow on possible ideas that you can use on creating your content with. So you literally get spoon fed every single day what you need to do. And if you follow that, that is like the blueprint, step-by-step process that you follow. And so many people have already seen success just doing that. Now, again, you can work from anywhere. If you want to go on holiday, and a lot of people do, they still work from their laptop or their phones and they're still earning their dollars. Okay, there's no cold calling approach to strangers. You learn about attraction marketing and attracting your ideal client. Okay, and this happens by a step-by-step plan, which I'm quickly going to run through to you. So this is the step-by-step plan that we go through on a daily basis. This is your spoon feeder that you get to learn what you need to do every single day. And this particular process you can do within 2 hours. So I know that you might have heard that you can do this business in 2 hours. This is the part that is in 2 hours. Your course itself, that will take additional time. So you might have to set apart some time to go through your study material, to learn everything that you need to learn. Some people do that in segments. Some people take a weekend or a week off and they only focus on that and just run through everything. You can decide how you want to go through your study material, but your action steps, which is like your training program or your digital business program, step-by-step plan, comes in 5 steps. And this you can do in 2 hours. Now, you don't have to do it in 2 specific hours. You can split this up even as well. So when I get up in the morning, depending on whether I forgot my kids, I will do my first video. I might even do my second video. I'll watch the training video a bit later. And after netball practice, I'll do my next video on the run. Whatever the case may be, you can split up that 2 hours in segments to get through to your day as well. And this is the process that you manage. So let's look at the steps that you would need to do. Your first step is that you would have to watch your daily training video in the community. Okay, this is very important. Number one, it's very inspirational. It gives you clear ideas on what to do next. It definitely, this process of digital business is going to grow you as a person. I can promise you this. It will take you outside of your comfort zone. It's going to challenge you on new thinking paradigms, what to think about. We have seen people transition, even body postures. I've seen people starting off and they're slouching and they're not talking comfortably or even confidently. And in a couple of months' time, they upright and they speak so confidently. So this, if you wanted a self-help program for the year, this is it. It's going to absolutely challenge you to become the better version of you. So you watch your daily training video in the community, about 10 minutes. Then you go and you create your captivating content. And guys, we'll coach you on this because not everyone's content is exactly the same. You have your own story, your own person. Me and my mom, even though we're related, we have different stories and different approaches. She speaks from, my dad passed away last year, so she speaks from a widow perspective, needing to look after herself in her later years. I'm a single mom, so I speak from that perspective. My story is much different from hers, and we attract those people that can relate to our stories. But we create captivating content in our own regards. And this is why we can all own the Legacy Builder program and all have our own little stories, which we attract our own personal ideal clients. And I promise you, there are enough clients around the world that would love to buy from you specifically. Okay, so you go out and you create your captivating content. Then very important is to engage online with your community. So this would be engaging with other people on social media, engaging. If people gave you a comment on some of your posts, to engage with them, to create that conversation. And the reason why we're doing this, I quickly want to give you a little bit of education on this, is all of the social media platforms, their main goal is to keep people on their platforms. They want real estate. And what I mean by that is they want your attention to be on social media for as long as possible. Okay, this is why the scrolling thing is so popular, because by scrolling, and getting stuck on some funny videos at 11 o'clock at night is so appealing and works so well, because it keeps people on the platforms. And all of the social media platforms want you to stay on their platforms and engage for as long as possible. Now, if your posts are stopping people for longer than 2-3 seconds, might I add, if it stops them for longer than 2-3 seconds and they engage with that post, so either by a like or either by a heart or either by a comment, or even save or sharing it, they will see your content as contributing to that goal that they have to keep people on their platform. And they actually then push your content out to even more users, because if it worked for some, it might work for more. And they push out your content to more users, for more people to see and for more people to stay engaged on their platforms. And this is why it's so important that you engage with the communities as well, so that you can create the algorithm, to massage that algorithm to know that when you post, they need to post it out for as many people as possible. Okay, so a little bit of social media education there. Then what you do is, as soon as someone's interested in purchasing a Legacy Builder program from you, or to find out more about what this entails, you need to act on it. So you need to either get them to WhatsApp you, maybe the person who's invited you interacted with you and said to you, please come and join this meeting, or can I get your number, or can I send you some more information, or comment this and I can send you a blueprint. And they interacted with you after you showed interest. And then from there, what you do is you invite them to a meeting like this, that they can come and learn what this is all about. You can do your own lives on TikTok. I know a lot of people are getting into lives on TikTok or social media, where they do a live video and they interact with their clients and building their client base that way. Or you can do a one-on-one call. Personally, I'm of that genre that loves connecting with people on a one-on-one basis, because I'm a face-to-face kind of girl. I'm a belly-to-belly person. So I like to see people and connect with people and understand what are they going through, how I can help them at best. And so you can also do a one-on-one call to support that person at best. And those are your 5 steps that you have to follow. Okay, so real South African marketers, real people, real testimonies. I want to quickly run through a couple with you. Now, these are from our Afrikaans community, because we've just started the English one, and I'm sure some more English testimonials will come through, but these are from our Afrikaans community. This one is from Henriette Kuneke, where she said she was explaining how in one day she made $400 through her online store. First the $100 and then the $300 sale came through. So in one day, she made a $400 income for that day. Harna Rousseau, I have so much respect for this lady. She has a hearing disability, and even though with that, let's call it excuse that she could have, she's risen above that and she's built a beautiful business online where she actually quit her job, her day job, and she now spends time with her kids just doing this. She's such an inspiration. And here she explains how she made $700 in 2 days. How beautiful is that? Again, Hannah, just applauding you. Ramona Els, who made like $1,000 in a day, in 24 hours. Beautiful testimony as well. She's also a very dynamic lady who's working so well in this business. We have gentlemen on here as well, and they are absolutely flying in this business. We have Stephen van Heerden, who made a $900 in one day. Now, a $900 is 15,000 Rand. For some people, that is a salary, and he made that in one day. Aida van der Walt, who literally made $1,400 while she was out cycling one Sunday morning. Someone had gone onto her online store, purchased from her online, and when she saw again, she had $1,400 in her account. Currently, that's 23,000 Rand, more or less, give and take. Okay, so I want to quickly take a sip of my lemon tea because I've been talking a lot. Okay, we also have an experience. We also have another opportunity for you. So this is now what we call our experience behind the scenes, because we have realized that, number one, we might have some people that are skeptic. Okay, we have heard so many times that this is a scam, this is that, and like fear mongers are out there trying to crush this business. for whatever reason they want to do that. So we have created an opportunity for people to come and look behind the scenes. Okay, to create that safety where people can come in and see what this is all about. And we've created a short course called the Cycle Breaker. And the reason for this is we have taken up the challenge to Poverty Must Fall. And for that, we want to create an opportunity for people to break the financial cycle of poverty. And this is why we're calling it the Cycle Breaker. It's a short course, and anyone is invited to come and join. And when you join us, you are taking a stand to also break the cycle and building a new financial story for yourself with a semi-passive income option. And let me talk through it with you. So the Cycle Breaker is a $10 a month opportunity. So $10 is, if the rand dollar exchange is 16 rand, there will be 160 rand. Okay, you can stop at any time. So after a month, if you want to cancel, you cancel, and you wouldn't have lost more than 160 rand if this is not for you. Although I think the opposite will happen. You'll really fall in love with this. But in the Cycle Breaker, you'll learn about creating passive income. You'll learn about digital products and how you can create digital products, not only through Legacy Builder, reselling the Legacy Builder, but creating your own. You'll learn about digital marketing. What does digital marketing actually mean? How reselling rights actually work. You'll learn a lot about the Legacy Builder program, all the different options, and all the support that you get from that. You'll learn about 5 income streams just in this Legacy Builder program alone. You'll learn about 2-hour work days and how that practically works. You'll learn a lot more about social media, more than you've known before. And you will learn how to create your own products, okay, which is brilliant. So if you want to come and have a look behind the scenes, you can come and join our Cycle Breaker. Now, one of the reasons why we have put a $10 fee to this is we have found that when on the school community, because this is on the school community, school is a platform, I call it the Facebook for communities, because school is a platform and you can create different communities or groups on school. It's an international platform, so by the way, so it wasn't created in South Africa. But by putting a $10 on, we have eliminated any scammers coming in. Because previously, and I've seen it even with free groups, scammers come in and they really pester people with their own business ideas, or, having to, sell things where you have to buy Bitcoin and whatever else. So we wanted to eliminate the scammer factor. And so we're charging $10 for you to be there. However, you can earn $5 for any referral that you have. Now, we have people joining the A team or the R spun when they have purchased their products in any case for that support. But even if you just want to come in behind the scenes, you can come into our A team or our R spun in Afrikaans. You pay your $10, and by referring other people to also come and join and do the Cycle Breaker short course for $10 a month, you will earn $5 for every single referral that you bring in. So if you look at this, if you have 20 people that come in, that's $100 recurringly, because this happens on every single month. So that's 1,650 if the exchange rate is more or less the same, that you will earn passively every single month while that person is a member. If you have 50 people that come in, you're sitting on $250, which is about 4,000 Rand, with the exchange rate being 16 Rand. If you have 100 people, you can earn $500. That's sitting around 8,000 Rand. That already looks like some people's salary already. I know minimum wages or minimum salary, but imagine 200 people. That's 16,000 Rand reoccurringly every month. And 500 people will get you to $2,500 a month, which is 41,000 Rand. Now, no, you're not going to get that within the first day, or this, like if you can bring 500 people in the first day, great. But this is something that you can build onto. I started doing this within our RSPAN, the Afrikaans community. I've already got $200 that are sitting there for me. And I'm just allowing it to accumulate in my wallet, because that's going to be December's spoil money. But you can do the same. So guys, the plan works, okay? This program works. The big question you have to ask yourself is, are you willing to work? Are you ready to put in that time? Because it's not a get rich quick scheme. Okay. Some people are lucky in the beginning. My story is like that. I was very lucky in the beginning. My first month, I made $4,500. I really did. That's 74,000 Rand. Made it. Second month, exactly the same. Third month, I made nothing. I made zero. Why? I didn't keep up with the consistency. So you have to work at this and you have to continue to work at this to make it work. But there is a step-by-step plan that you have to follow. So this is not something that you have to figure out on your own. You follow the steps, you follow the plan, you do your training, you are involved with the community so that if you have any questions, you can ask, you help other people, you extend that arm. And I promise you, most of the people on here by month 4, 5, 6, the income starts to become quite repetitively and starting to roll in more consistently. And so, like any business, you work at it, but this for me is a great business to be involved in for the fact that it can give you flexibility in your income, flexibility in your time, flexibility in location. And for me, that is freedom. So if you have enjoyed this, and if you have any more questions to ask, I want you to get involved, get in contact with the person who have invited you to tonight and book a call with them. Book a one-on-one with them, sit with them, be honest, explain your story, explain your why. What is your freedom that you want to achieve? And let them help you with a strategic plan on how you can get started and how you can build success for yourself. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we will have this call again in 2 weeks' time. So feel free to come and join us in 2 weeks' time again. God bless. Good night, everyone.